Dzień dobry, makers. Yes, I'm going to start doing that in every language. The reason why I'm doing another one today is because today is going to be a very, very busy day. And with a very busy day, usually comes a lot of hurdles to overcome. Just to give you an idea of what I plan. Very different than what I will end up doing. First off, I have a couple of filaments which I need to finish a review of. I have the Kodak filament. This is the PLA Tough. I've already printed a spanner hand spool holder on the PLA Plus on the Tronxy X5S, but I'll print it on the FL Sun QQ Delta because I need to get more prints going on that before I do the review. Next up is the 3D for makers. This is a Dutch company. They've developed this filament called Facilan C8, and yes, I need to find some models to print for that. I have a feeling that I might end up using something from Sanix once again. Next, I need to finish the Michelangelo. On the Michelangelo, all I have left is the lower part of the body, and that will be done. Then I also need to print a last model on the FL Sun S, which is the UV SLA 3D printer, so I can get the review out of that as well. Then I'm going to assemble one of my Mark IIIs that I have in the boxes. It's going to be the black one, because the black one, one of them is black, because it has to be special. What's going to be special about this is I'm going to assemble it with a Knowlson Ruby nozzle. So what I'm going to do is I'll assemble it as is, do the calibration as is, as it comes from the factory. Once it's dialed in, then I simply replace the nozzle with a Knowlson Ruby nozzle. Reason for that is I have a few projects which I really want to design and do when it comes to RC and roll cages and stuff like that, and they all have to be printed in Nylon CF from Filamentum or Nylon X from Matter Hackers. I also have some awesome looking Printer Pro CF infused PEG. That is really going to be interesting. Following that, I need to clean this place up because I start panicking. I really want it cleared up, so I'll spend a couple of hours just cleaning everything up because I'm gonna be doing a live stream of the Alfawise U10. Oh, fingers crossed, all goes well. Finally, yesterday I got my second HD60S Elgato capture card. I already run one of these when I do my live streams, and usually what I do as a secondary camera, I use my Logitech webcam. And the problem is that the picture isn't always that sharp. If I zoom in, I lose clarity. And since I have the Lumix G7 and I have the Canon, which I tend to shoot with, I leave the Canon on the front, and I can now also have the Lumix on the side with the zoom on top, so I can have just a better image quality when I'm zooming into parts that I'm printing. Also, I got this. This is awesome. This is a dolly for the DSLR, so if I want to make kind of panning shots, I do have a slider, but it's fixed. And this is something I'm going to do a bit of a project on with 3D printing. I cannot say much just yet because that's going to be a surprise. It's going to be a lot of work, but I'm really excited, and yeah, we'll get to know more as we go along. For now, I need to get to work. Okay, so a bit of an update. Everything is in full swing, as you can see here. We have the FL Sun QQ. For those wondering, there's a very, very specific reason why there is a tornado build-tag type thing at the top. I just lost my supports. It's the maker's life. But there are more things going on. So I have the BCN3D Sigma printing a test piece in ABS for a customer. What else? I also have the Prusa i3 Mark III, which is printing a Deadpool. I have about 2 or 3 of those printed already because I'm fine-tuning the filament. A5, almost done with printing test prints. So this should be almost done. Michelangelo will restart the print again. For the FL Sun QQ, I might have to restart it because it's kind of lifting from the edges, and I'd rather stop it now, redo it, make sure it sticks properly, than having to stop it halfway through the print. So I just stopped the print of the spanner hands spool holder, and this was printed in Kodak PLA Tough. Something interesting, this is seriously strong, seriously strong filament. I'm really trying to break it. Probably will. Okay, I've managed to snap a few layers. This is actually really tough PLA. I know it's a reformulated PLA, and I know that most of the times when it's like a PLA, you know, plus or PLA enhanced, it doesn't really say much, doesn't really do much difference. But this is interesting. I will print the spool holder with this. If I have any left, I'll probably print some parts like normal PLA and this PLA, just test the strength difference. So I have to say I'm quite surprised. I've done quite a bit of what I intended to do today, which is a good thing. Next thing is to clean this place up, organize a few things, get the printer out here ready or in here ready for tonight's live stream. The Elgato is set up. Everything should be set up, so it's just a matter of cleaning and preparing. So then I can go out there, grab the kitchen table, lay it out with Mark III parts and start assembling. Ta-da! So that took the better part of an hour and a half to clear up. It's amazing the amount of stuff you start to accumulate when you stop cleaning up. And for those of you wondering, no, I did not just move everything over there. Maybe a little bit. I moved a little bit over there, but everything else is in place. I made some cleaning tools there. Everything is in place, ready for tonight. I just have to get the printer out here, set it up, set up the cameras. Everything is printing so far. Fingers crossed. Still dialing in the settings for the Fasilan C8 from 3D4 Makers. I've printed about 4 test pieces so far. Slightly under extruded because the filament seems to be of a slightly smaller diameter than 1.75. That's what the first test piece looked like. Slightly under extruded. For the second test bead I adjusted to 1.72, slightly over extruded. So just a bit more work. I'm fine with that. It's part of the fun. As for everything else, there's not much more for me to do except now I'm gonna stay assembling the Mark III, getting ready for tonight's live stream and see how that goes. 4 hours later, that's done. Tired, I'm exhausted, but it is now, it's 10 to 7. Live stream starts in 3 hours, so I need to go shower, eat something, get ready for tonight. Okay, so the live stream just ended. I'm feeling very tired. What tends to happen is that my brain just shuts down at a certain point and I can't concentrate anymore. I have to keep up with the chat. I know that people are watching. It kind of weighs on you quite a bit, and you completely lose concentration with the smallest things, and they just don't make sense anymore. Nothing makes sense anymore. So what I tend to do after a stream is I make myself a coffee, just that get half an hour a bit more energy. I'll sit down, create a quick profile for the print, tweak a little bit, and then just start another print. Okay, so 10 minutes in, I've got my first fix. I had the first few layers, just maybe the first 1 millimeter of the print. The nozzle just kept staying in the same level. And the reason for that is that the Z offset in the EEPROM was set to -1 millimeter. So until it does that 1 millimeter, it seems like it's a common issue with Marlin for some reason. This needs a bit of an update. It just doesn't move upwards. So I set it to 0 and now it's printing fine. Next we'll see if we can fix the power of resume function. So it's about 2 AM now. I've been up for about 20 hours. Printing, cleaning, assembling, doing things. Too tired. I can't think anymore. And I need to get some sleep. So I'll continue this tomorrow morning. In the meantime, happy making, guys, and thank you very much for your support. Thank you to everyone who joined the stream. It was awesome.